Welcome to Homespun. This is a created weekly video produced by Mark DeLapp for the Bladen Journal. We bring to you guests from Bladen County for the incredible people of Bladen County. There may be information, entertainment, songs, and so much more. Be sure to tune in each week as we find the best of the best that our community has to offer. And now, your host, Mark DeLapp.
All right, we're here, and introduce yourself. I'm here at Everitte and Sons Auction Company.
Yeah, Everitte and Sons Auction Company here in Elizabethtown, 2900 West Broad Street. Me and my wife, Katie, are both licensed auctioneers, and we have a in-person auction here every other Saturday, along with hosting estate sales and stuff.
Well, tell us who you are.
Well, I am Jamie. I am the co-owner. I'm 34 years old. We got two beautiful children, two young boys, and we're a curator of stuff. You know, we like all kinds of stuff, so that's who we are. But first and foremost, we are Christians, and we do our best to exemplify that every day in our business and what we do. So that's our basis.
Sure. Well, I've seen all the signs, the antique signs, and those are originals. Those aren't replicas, I don't think, right?
Right. No. Everything that's hung up for the most part is authentic. There are a few reproduction pieces, and this coming Saturday, or the 15th, we'll be having a sale with lots of old antique signs and advertising cans, tobacco,
sure,
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Now, can people just stop by and purchase stuff that you've got here, or do they have to wait for an auction?
It's all auctioned. So,
okay.
And we sell it all right here, live. We don't do any proxy bidding or anything like that. So it's whatever it brings the day of the sale, unless it's a big ticket item, sales, no reserve.
Okay.
Sometimes like trailers or cars.
Now, Jamie, I came across this on Facebook that you're going to feed the community.
Sure.
What is this all about?
So, if I'm being honest, my wife is the giver. I handle a lot of this stuff, and she handles all of our social media. She handles all of our public outreach, and that's a big part of who we are. When we started here, we wanted to be able to bring something to the community where people can buy stuff secondhand and maybe get a good deal on it, but also make a difference. Just like on Halloween night, we had a free event. We had over 1,000 people come through on Halloween night, and we had free candy, free candied apples, free hay rides, free fried Oreos. And the idea is on Thanksgiving, for most, Thanksgiving is a joyful time of the year, but if you're alone, it's not. So we want an option for people here, if they're alone, if they're shut in, or just say maybe their family's out of town, or their children are all grown. They want to spend some time with somebody else. They can come in and eat with us.
Sure.
They can take it to go. We'll even deliver it to them. Wow. If they're in Bladen County. We've already had a few calls. We already have some plates to deliver on Thanksgiving Day. So that's kind
of. And who's doing all the cooking for this?
Well, it's a mixture of people. My wife is making homemade macaroni and cheese, and we'll do the turkeys and stuff. But we've had several other people chip in, and they're going to be taking care of the desserts. And we have several other local people who'll be helping us serve. This is kind of a family thing here,
Sure.
And not blood family. We've met a lot of good people along the way. Right. So,
are you still looking for volunteers then?
Not so much.
Are you pretty much set?
We're pretty much set. When we plan something, we kind of plan it ahead of time of what all we need, and we have all that mitigated and taken care of before we announce it to the public.
And so, let's say there's a family out there that they just can't afford Thanksgiving this year, especially with a lot of things going on in the world right now. You guys are providing a time for families not only to come together and eat together, but eat together with those in your community.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our life's not about us, right? So if you're living life for yourself, you'll never be happy. You just won't. So if you try to help other people, and I've been on the receiving end of that. I remember when my wife and I first got married and we had nothing. So we know how it is to not necessarily just need help, but you just want to feel loved. You want to feel appreciated, and that's a good way for people to come in and have some good food while they do so.
Sure. And how long has Everitte and Sons been operating?
We have been operating here as Everitte and Sons since January of 2025. So only about 11 months here. Prior to that, it was C&E Auction Company, and I had a business partner, and we've just merged to just us alone.
Okay.
But we've been licensed auctioneers for almost 2 years now, and prior to that, we were doing estate sales and stuff, which we still offer.
Sure.
But in person every other Saturday right here. So.
Right. And is it a pretty good business for you?
It's fun. We do live frugal. We try to live within our means. And it's an auction, so you just don't know. I mean, some weeks are amazing, and some are just enough to get you by. But we also allow people to consign stuff with us.
Sure.
So if they're looking to sell things, or we handle estates for deceased, or somebody who's moving, so it is a good business if you enjoy people and if you enjoy handling secondhand stuff and trying. Not only does this find like new homes for stuff, but it keeps things out of the landfill too.
Right.
A lot of times people just say, it'd be easier to throw it away, but somebody could use that. So we sell a lot of normal everyday items here, not just antiques and collectibles.
Right.
That's not our bread and butter. It's normal everyday items, tools, washing machines, dryers, things that people can use daily.
And how many people usually show up for your auctions?
It varies. I would say, let's just say about 100 people, 100, 150 at a peak time. And of course, it starts out slow, peaks, and then dies down.
Sure.
Because it just depends on what we're selling. I mean, earlier this year, we sold some original Peter Max art pieces and some original Thomas Kincaids and lots of good jewelry. The crowd's going to be big that day,
Yeah.
With rarities, you have certain people that are going to buy those. But, it just depends. It depends on the weather. It depends what's going on. If it's a beautiful Saturday, it might sound terrible, but people are having cookouts and things like that. If it's raining, it cancels plans and they show up at the auction. So,
Sure.
So it's hit and miss, just can't guess.
And what's the biggest thing that you've ever auctioned since you've been here? And one of the most fun, unique things. It's big. It's something that somebody wanted really bad.
I think the funnest thing for me is any kind of rare advertising. Things that you'll never see again that are one of one. We've sold signs here for several $1,000s. I mean, the biggest item, monetary wise, is probably a piece of farm equipment that we sold for $35,000. But, you can find farm equipment every day. You can't find a sign that's, only 2 or 3 out there, or old tobacco tin, or old gas boy hats or something like that.
Yeah, those are amazing.
Right. So the rarities are things that I like to sell.
Yeah, things that you don't see anymore, especially, our generation, they don't see them anymore. No, the guys don't even pump your gas anymore, much less wear their funny little hats. And they're here at Everitte and Sons.
That's right.
Auction service. How does your faith play into this, Jamie?
Well, when me and my wife got married, we were both Christians. And we
and when did you guys get married?
We got married in February of 2014,
okay.
February 8th. And we've had our boys, out the gate. We've had kids, so we've always wanted to instill into them much like our families instilled in us. So we try to live by example to them. And the way our faith plays into it is, the Bible says to take care of the widows and the orphans. And if you do those things, everything else will fall into place. There's a lot of people hurting today, a lot of people who need help, and sometimes maybe they're ashamed to ask it, but we're blessed here. We're able to, just like with Thanksgiving, we're able to help with that, and many other people made donations towards that, but the way our faith plays into it is just, trying to be the hands and feet of Christ.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, none of this stuff matters.
Right.
Money doesn't matter. None of those things matter. Your salvation matters.
Yeah.
And every Saturday before our sale, we have a prayer, and we actually, put the invitation out there. If you feel the Lord tugging on your heart, hey, we'll stop the sale. It's bigger than those things.
Yeah.
So He's at the forefront.
That's right.
Everything we do in life, He's going to be at the forefront.
Well, when I raised my kids, I also told them, you're going to go out the front door every day. You're going to take a left, and you're going to make an appearance.
That's right.
And you'll sleep good at night.
That's
but
right.
if you take a right and you make a difference, instead of just making an appearance, you're going to change your little corner of the world.
Absolutely.
And I can't tell you what kind of a rest you're going to get that night.
Hey, we've already been blessed, so if nothing else, as long as it helps somebody, we already feel the Lord's blessings every day. So
Sure.
we just want to try to extend that to others.
Right. Well, it sounds like you guys should be opening a church here. So
We are the church.
you are the church. That's right. Yep, exactly. Well, Jamie, this has been fun and informative, and good luck in the next auction
Thanks
that you
so
guys
much,
got
man.
coming up, and especially in the Thanksgiving Day feed. I mean, that is just absolutely incredible. How many people are you expecting for that?
We have no clue. We're going to feed until we run out of food and do everything we can. So for those 3 hours, if you're hungry, come be with us. If you know somebody who's shut in, you can message us on our Facebook.
Sure.
Our phone number is posted literally everywhere, and they can contact us. Like I said, we already have a list of a few people that we're going to be delivering food to. So if you know anybody in need, we'll be glad to help.
Sure. And again, give me the date and the hours.
It will be on Thanksgiving Day,
Okay.
and it will be from 11 until 2. We'll be feeding.
All
Yep.
right. And then you're doing your cleanup.
Yep, that's right.
You got the tables all going to be set up in here?
We'll have a few set up. What I've learned growing up, my wife and I both help with several different feedings. A lot of times people get it to go, and that's totally okay.
Sure.
So what we'll do is, growing up, I helped at one here at the Armory in Elizabethtown with my family and stuff, and a local church. I believe Randy Andrews' church headed all that up. So we'll have a few tables and chairs set up. People can sit and eat if they want to, or just hang out, and we'll have it to go as well, whatever
Sure.
they want to do.
Where were you born?
I was born in Dublin, or in Elizabethtown, but I'm born and raised here.
So you're a Dublin boy.
That's right,
And what
yeah.
about your wife?
She is from Robeson County. She's from McDonald,
Okay.
which is right outside of Fairmont.
Right.
And,
how'd you guys meet?
If I'm being honest, online,
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Yep, same here.
Yeah.
That works nowadays.
Yeah, the power of Facebook. But
Yeah.
it's been great.
God can use that.
Absolutely, he can use anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, don't ever sell him short for anything he wants to do.
Amen.
Well, Jamie, thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank
All
you.
right, have a blessed day.
You too.
We thank you again for visiting with us at Homespun. This program is a creation of Mark DeLapp and is copyrighted by the Bladen Journal. If you would like more information, you can email us at mdlape@bladen.com. Have a blessed day.